Bro, you need to stop choking your chicken. In today's video, we are going to be talking about corn. More specifically, the negative effects of watching corn and some ways on how to stop watching corn. And for a disclaimer, no, it is not going to be NoFap. I think NoFap is garbage, and I will explain why, and we'll give you guys a better strategy on how to stop watching so much corn. So, first things first, I would love to ask if you guys have any advice, anything that's helped you in your life, please comment down below what you've did to help solve your corn problem. So, without any further ado, let's get started. The first thing I want to talk about is the negative side effects from consuming so much corn. So, the first one is going to be just your decreased satisfaction in real relationships. It's very hard to be satisfied in like an actual relationship when your mind and your body is so used to watching corn, because you almost become desensitized from just normal relationships with like a normal person, because you're so used to watching it through a screen and getting your arousals from a screen and watching other people do it in the act. And it's when you consume it every day, constantly, it messes with your mind. And it can even cause issues with, getting hard and just really being interested in a real live woman, right in front of you. And again, this is normal. There's a reason why the corn industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry. You're not alone, so don't feel like you're weird or, you're a loser, anything like that, because trust me, it affects millions upon millions of men all across the world. And the thing is, it seems cool at first, when you're like a teenager and you don't really think it's bad. And me personally, I don't think it's super bad until it becomes an obsession and an addiction to where you find yourself on these websites every day, sometimes even multiple times a day. That's the only place where you can, feel alive, especially if you have a tough time meeting women or, having girl issues. It's easier, right? Than instead of going out in the real world and trying to talk to a girl, instead you can just pop up right on your phone. You can just type in, go to a quick little website. In 20 seconds, you have a whole website of just all the corn you want, right? And it's that alone can just create so many problems with your mental health, just because it hurts your self-esteem a ton. And it's very hard to be in touch with your emotions, and really, you feel a lot of guilt and shame, especially afterwards, of just like, oh man, what did I just do? Especially, as you continue to watch this stuff, a lot of times you have to watch more and more weirder stuff to reach that same enjoyment level. So you can really find yourself down a really dark and bad rabbit hole. And some of you might be down the rabbit hole right now. And I'm here to tell you guys that it's okay, and there are ways to get out of it, and it's not the end of the world. You just have to kind of rewire your brain a little bit, and it's not like a quick fix. It's not a flip of the switch and all of a sudden that's it, you're done. You have no cravings to watch it or anything like that. We're all human, and most of us are men. This plagues more men than women by a ton. But again, it's easier said than done. But I'm going to talk about what I think is the best thing to do. But I first want to discuss about NoFapping, that whole movement where you just kind of stop cold turkey. I don't agree with that, solely because you're so due to relapse. Cutting something like that out, like in a snap of your finger, just like that, especially if you're watching it every day, it's not realistic. Now, I do think there are certain addictions you need to kick cold turkey, but I don't think corn is that. If you're addicted to some hard drugs, yes, I suggest you do that, because that is increasingly bad to your health. watching corn every day is bad, but it's not on the same level as something as like heroin, right? It's not on the same level as that. And I think the best approach to cutting down is just doing that, cutting down. So let's say you watch corn 7 days a week. This week, I want you to start watching it only 5-6 days a week. And you continue that cycle. Then the week after that, instead of 5 to 6, you're at 4 to 5 days a week. And you continue that cycle over and over, and you'll come to realize, you'll get down to then 3 days a week, then 2 days a week, and then it's 1 day a week, and then it might be, every couple weeks you might hop on there once or twice. Again, I know what I'm saying sounds very easy, but it's not. Especially, like I said, people that might have been watching this since they've been, 12, 13 years old, because a lot of, especially in this age group, it's different than back in the day when they had the magazines and everything, because it's different. It's way more easy. You have way more easy access to it, and it's just there's so much out there, and it's not, you lose touch with reality, to be quite honest with you. You really do, because it's the stuff you see on there is not real. That's not what a relationship looks like. A lot of those things on there, that's not with the videos you see. That's not real. That's not real life. And you cloud your reality, and you cloud your expectations of what a relationship and what the bedroom should look like, because that stuff on there is not. Remember, it's all staged. It's not real. There's some there's some videos where there's a whole production team around, a bunch of dudes recording everything that's going on, or there could be 1 or 2 guys just recording. It's like, it's not real. It's like a show or a movie. It's not real. And of course, when you're watching it, you're so involved. So yes, at the time it feels real, and yes, it feels good, and it's great in the moment. But again, when we talk about long-term effects, you don't want this to affect your relationships going forward in life. You don't want this to affect your self-esteem and your self-image. And maybe, you especially watching this stuff, you might not feel as good about yourself, whether it's about something on your body or your performance, your past performance in bed. It's not real. And you can't let yourself get so indulged into it. But it's hard. If you watch it every day, you're going to be, you're going to become obsessed, and your brain, especially because you have that dopamine effect every time you release, your brain's always going to be telling you, keep doing it, keep going to that. And another way I would definitely suggest you stop doing it is pack your day with productive things to do. Keep busy. If you have something going on, a lot of times you find yourself doing this when you're bored. You have nothing important to do. But if you fill your day up with things that need to be done, and tasks and things and goals you need to achieve and things you need to get done, it's hard to sit there and load up a website and watch corn. It is. It makes it harder. Of course, it's still possible, of course, but get in the habit of filling your day with productive things and staying busy is another key thing to do if you find yourself down this rabbit hole. And like I said, there's a lot of negative things that come from this, and a lot of times you don't realize it. There's a lot of underlining stuff. And I would say those are probably the 2 best things, is definitely keeping busy, filling up your day with productive things. If you feel that urge coming on, if you got to just go for a run, go for a jog, do some push-ups, do some sit-ups, or anything. I don't, and this is something I wouldn't really suggest gaming. I would really suggest getting out of the house and doing something, either, like I said, getting some fresh air or doing something that's physically inducing. Because that way it gets that energy out. If you just sit there and, you watch a show or you play a video game, it's not getting that physical energy out when compared to doing some push-ups or going out on a run. It's extremely important to do that. And in terms of the actual strategy, I don't think no fapping is the answer, because you have to understand, when your brain is so used to doing something every day, you can't just flip a switch. And you might do it for a little while, but you're going to relapse. So my best strategy is just start cutting it down day by day, week by week. Like I said, if you do 7 days a week, this week, try only do 6 days a week. Then do next week, it's 5 to 6 days. Then the next week, 4 to 5 days. And you keep doing that over and over, because, and you'll see like your body you won't be having the urge as much anymore, because you're training your brain slowly, but it's effective to, not have the urge to do that stuff anymore. If you go from 7 days a week watching corn to stopping completely, it's going to mess. It's not natural. It's not natural to do that, and your brain is not. It's still fresh. You're still used to watching it all the time. But if you slowly lean yourself off of it, it's way more effective, in my opinion. So that's all I got for this video. I hope this helped at least one person out there. Please, if you have any questions or anything, please, you can either leave your question in the comments down below, or send me an email. My email is going to be in the bio of this video. And please help a brother out. If you have any advice, if you feel confident to if you feel confident enough to share your story, please drop down in the comments below. And I hope to see you in the next video. Peace.